Aita for cutting ties with my brother. I 22, male, and my brother 25 male, whom I'll call Bob, have known each other for 10 years. We're step-siblings, and during that time we've always gotten along with no real problems or issues. He has a biological brother I'll call Tim, with whom I've never gotten along because he's a chronic liar and manipulator. For example, he admitted to his mom that he makes things up all the time to get people in trouble, but I won't get into that. So, over the last 10 years, Bob has been under my wing due to him being a fatherless, spoiled, indoors-only mama's boy. I taught him a lot about the real world, helped him with rent while we were in college, and sometimes provided meals and transportation. That'll be the main theme. I have helped him so much. I've helped him move 3 times, for example. The last time I helped him move, he had a sore wrist, so I practically moved most things myself. He's the type of guy to sit back and let everyone do everything for him. In all the times I've had him over at my house, he's done the dishes once. A few times, my girlfriend has had to clean up his mess after I leave to take him home. He never pitches in to help with anything without being asked. We've gone on camping trips, and he doesn't bring any supplies. No food, no snacks, nothing. My girlfriend has always said he was our 25-year-old child. He also hasn't kept a job for more than 3 months. I even put my name on the line to get him a job at a resort I worked at, but he just stopped showing up. Despite all that, I never said anything to him over the years, and I was always kind, respectful, and supportive of him, until recently. Now to the main point. 6 months ago, he started dating my girlfriend's sister. All fun and games at first. Things were going well until my girlfriend's mom, who is lovely and extremely kind, started having issues with Bob. When Bob would go see my girlfriend's sister, who lives with her mom, he would stay at her mom's house for about a week at a time. During that week, he would do nothing. He would stay locked up in a room and only come out when her mom was asleep. He would take her food, eat, leave a mess, leave dishes, and generally be reclusive, never socializing. Keep in mind, he already knew my girlfriend's mom and got along with her okay, but something was different. So, my girlfriend's mom wanted him to stop taking advantage of her and her house, and at least clean up after himself and say hi. I sat down with him a few days after that in my garage and had a 2-hour-long conversation about this issue and how to do something to better his life. I told him that if he didn't straighten out, my girlfriend's mom was going to ban him from coming over to the house where his girlfriend lives. So I spoke to him, as asked by his own girlfriend, kindly, and I tried to uplift him and empower him to help out around the house because he was paying for nothing and taking advantage of her mom. During those 2 hours, he barely spoke, maybe 1 or 2 sentences, and that was it. The following week, nothing changed, but he did get another job, which I congratulated him on. Things went okay for a week or 2, then he was back in his old ways. He quit his job to play more Helldivers, and my girlfriend's mom said she had enough. Because he didn't listen to me, she wanted my girlfriend's dad to talk to him. So I devised a plan to invite him over for go-karting, and then afterwards we would smoke some weed and have a conversation. Well, that didn't go well. He found out about the plan for the talk after go-karting, which he wasn't paying for. He found out on a 1-hour drive from his house to his girlfriend's. At the time, I was driving him to his girlfriend without getting gas money. Instead of saying anything, he kept quiet and let me drive him all the way to his girlfriend's, then called his biological brother Tim to come pick him up. When I found out about this, I drove back and brought him a few beers as a peace offering, and began to apologize for setting him up for the talk. Suddenly, his brother Tim opened the door and walked in. I am very close with my girlfriend's mom. Her house is mine and mine is hers. My word is the law, and so is hers. Tim came into the house with instant hostility, so I told him to leave, which he did not. Things got pretty heated after that because Tim would not let me speak to Bob. He was trying to be a middleman and, in his own words, solve the problem that was not his to solve. I told Tim off pretty badly and asked Bob if he wanted to take a break from the argument to cool off and then talk one-on-one. He said nothing and did nothing, so I left. After that, it was radio silence from Bob. He would not talk to me. So I sent his brother Tim a message saying if he ever came back, I would charge him with trespassing. So Aita for cutting ties with my brother?